going to show you how to speed up your computer by limiting what starts up with your computer when you first turn it on or restart it. So in Windows 11, you just right-click on the Start button and choose the Task Manager. But in Windows 10, you can right-click anywhere on the taskbar. So either one of those will work. Click on Task Manager. And here we see a tab called the Startup tab. So I'll click on Startup. And here are all the different applications that are going to start with my computer. So I don't need WebEx to start up, so I can just go ahead and highlight that and choose the Disable option. And if there's anything else that I just don't use, I can go ahead and disable it here. Now, if it already says disabled, you don't have to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and choose various different things. I don't need my Chrome to start up, and I don't need Microsoft Teams. And we can see multiple different Microsoft Teams versions all trying to start up when the computer starts up. So I just disabled all three of them. And I'll disable our OneNote. And I certainly don't need Spotify to start up either, but that one's already disabled, so I'm good. So if we take a look at performance, we can see how much RAM is being used just by the startup programs plus the Task Manager and the Recorder, which I started up. So we can see that 5 gigabytes are already in use. And if we go over to the Processes tab, you can go to where it says Memory and sort by memory by just clicking on the Memory column. And you can see how much each of those various different applications are using. Now, when you restart, none of those will be in use. So when you go ahead and launch this again, you should see that almost all of your RAM is available to be used. And you'll also see that things start up faster because your CPU time is going to be much less as well. Starting up all those applications causes your CPU to spike to 100% typically for about a minute or so, depending on how many applications are in there. Now, one thing of warning is if, for instance, you're using, say, a laptop with a trackpad, you want to make sure you don't disable the trackpad. Otherwise, your mouse won't work unless you choose to add an external mouse. So make sure that any of these different applications are not important. So for instance, if you're not sure what Windows security notifications are or terminal are, you can just go ahead and leave them the way they are. But you know what Spotify is and you know what Microsoft Teams is, you can certainly disable those. So that is how you speed up your computer in Windows 11. It also works in previous versions of Windows as well.